Hey kids,
Hello.
it's Mark Miller. Campbell's over here to my left. How's everybody doing? Are you good? I'm going to start up some Coders music here. How are you doing, Campbell?
I'm doing good.
Do you have a good week?
Yeah, I had a really good week.
Yeah, we took a little mini vacation, didn't we?
Yeah, we went to Monteverde.
Monteverde. Yeah, in Costa Rica. And Garble Knowledge says, my kids and I are watching today.
Hello.
Hello, Garble Knowledge. Welcome. Cool. Well, let's do a little segment we call...
What happened last time?
And I'll show it on my machine, I think, Campbell.
Okay.
Is what I'll do. Let me jump over to the game. This is what we have been working on right here. Flave Creations is with us. Flave Creations, welcome. Glad you're here. Let me just run the game here.
We changed it a little bit, didn't we? Right? Oh, wait, no, you undid them. Okay.
Let me see if I can maximize this second so we can play it. Whoa. So we added the ability to shoot out these guys right here, whichever direction I'm facing. And we have the ability to spin. And we're also dropping... here, let's kind of move through these guys right here. And we're dropping stacks. Whoa. Campbell, it's your mom.
Ah!
She made it. Sex Positive's here in the house. Welcome, Sex Positive. Glad you're with us. So that's kind of it. That's kind of what we had working last time. We learned a little bit about
While and for loops.
while loops and for loops. That's
While,
right, Campbell.
Not while.
We did. In fact, one of the things that we were doing, let's see here if I can go to my version of this code. I think our game logic, we're dropping, we've got this for loop that we created, and it's dropping blocks in a stack is what it's doing. And each time we drop a set of blocks, we increase our stack height by 1. That line of code right there, so stack height plus. And then that means that the next time we go through in our for loop, this piece right here determines, I'm not sure if you remember this or not, Campbell. Do you remember what this expression determines in a for loop?
Oh, no, I don't.
All right, let's look at these and see if we can figure it out. Do you remember what this expression, when it's called in the for loop?
It sets any of your variables to whatever number you want.
Okay, whatever number or initial value.
Yes.
Okay, and when is that called?
That is called in the next expression.
In the, what'd you say?
Next expression.
Next, N-E-X-T?
Huh?
Are you saying N-E-X-T? Next?
Yes, and num blocks dropped is less than stack height, the one right after this.
Oh, it's called from here.
Yes.
It's actually not. This is called at the very, very beginning, before the for loop even starts. This is called right there. Don't worry, it's all right in terms of remembering this. It's like it's good to have the review on there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this. This says num blocks dropped is less than stack height. When do you think this? Back to that original question. When do you think this expression is called? You can say I don't know still.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Okay, that's all right. We jump over to this one. Num blocks dropped plus plus. When do you think that is called?
At the end of this code.
Good. So this is called at the end of this internal block. Every time we run this block, we're going to make num blocks drop get bigger and bigger. It's just a counter to count how many blocks we've actually dropped. In fact, I could rename this to number of blocks we have actually dropped. And
Yes.
it might make the code easier to read. number of blocks we've actually dropped is equal to 0. So it makes sense that we only set it to 0 once,
Yeah.
right? Not every time, right? Oh, look who's here.
Surly Dad is in the house.
Hello, Surly Dev.
See all those pumpkins jump by? Hello, Surly Dev. Welcome. So, this one we do at the very beginning. Number of blocks we have actually dropped. We set that to 0. Then we know that this one, number of blocks we actually dropped, this plus plus means we're just going to count it up by 1. Right? So we start this loop and it's 0. We end this loop, it's going to be 1. We do the loop a second time, it's going to go to 2. We do it a third time, the number of blocks we've actually dropped will be 3 because we've actually dropped 3 blocks.
Yes.
Okay? There's a conversation about your hat out there, kids.
Oh, thank you.
They were like, a new hat. And
We
the
do.
answer is,
My last one was falling apart.
it's falling apart. Yeah, the yellow looks great. Doesn't it look great?
Thank you.
I think it looks great on the screen. Quinn Kai1 says, when would one use a for loop versus a for each? Is there a difference to use either?
What's a for each?
We haven't even talked about for eaches yet, Campbell. But a for each is kind of an even simpler way of iterating or looping through a bunch of values. You use a for each when you don't need a counter. But if you need a counter, like we are actually using the number of blocks we've actually dropped, and we're actually adding it to the Y position so that when we've dropped 1 block, it goes here, and when we've dropped 2 blocks, it goes there. And the 3 blocks goes up there, and 4 goes up there. So we're actually using it right here, right? So we need that counter. But if you don't need the counter, you can use a for each, Quinn Kai1. Let me put that question up here on the screen so everybody can see it. Boom, right there. And so you'll use that, you use it when you don't need a counter. And sometimes I'll start with a for each because I think I've got a simple looping. And we'll talk about this later, Campbell, on maybe a future show. But I'll use that when I want to simple, and then I'll realize, oh wait, I need a counter, and it's just as easy to convert it back into a for each. So I can do that as well. Okay, so this is called right before we get to the loop. It's as if it's the same, this whole thing is the same. We talked about this before, but I can create a while loop here, and my while expression is going to be what's inside here. Oops. Right there, right? And this would come down here, like that. So this has executed before. And then this would come to the end of the while loop. And then right here, this is this the body of the for loop here, right? Well, you know, in other words, if we wanted to convert from a for to a while, this for loop, I'll just comment it out for now because we've got the same variables kind of reused there, is what this looks like in terms of a while loop. Okay, so the parts of the for loop that we're seeing move, this piece goes up right here. That's the first piece. That's called the initialization, where you declare the variable. This second piece right here, while that goes in the second position right here. So that expression is the same in both places. And then at the very end of the while loop, we do this statement here. Whatever piece we've got here. All right? So that is what a for loop looks like right there. And we learned about that. We learned about while loops as well. And today, by the way, we're going to learn about some cool stuff too as well. We're going to learn about creating parameters for methods and refactoring. So we're going to do those 2 things right there. Oh, Sex Positive saying, Campbell, stop playing with your microphone. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mom got you. That's a burn. There's an annoying scraping sound. Okay, we're going to work on that.
It might be the chair.
It could be the chair.
Because the chair is pretty squeaky.
All right.
Here, I'm going to switch chairs really quickly.
Okay. Surely Dev said, I was just going to go in and ask you to slap his new hat. We don't slap on this show. Right, Campbell?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're nice on this show, right?
Most of the time.
Most of the time, we're pretty good. Right? Rarely anything bad happens on this show, right, Campbell?
Yeah.
It's just a kid's show. Jesus, look out! Campbell, watch it. That's what happens when you play with your microphone. You okay, buddy? Hey, you okay, Campbell?
I thought that was going to be a fanfare for someone.
Nope, it's not a fanfare. That's just the party one. Kids have control over that. Surely Dev just invoked it directly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Not me.
Sex Positive suggesting maybe moving it a bit away from your mouth, the microphone, if you want to do that, Campbell. Just a little bit, maybe. I think you're going to be okay. Do you want to do a show? We do something cool? I hit the button by mistake. Do you want to do that later, Campbell? You want to do it now?
Later.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do that later. All right. Let's see. So that's what the code looks like right now.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I thought it might be fun, Campbell, to practice while loops a little bit, and also talk about refactoring, and do that actually on your machine.
Okay.
Sex Positive says, Mom says, you sound better now, but watch it, buddy. And certainly they're suggesting if you can position it to the side, that might help with the breathing part at least. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the breathing.
Oh.
Yeah. Is the scraping sound his earphones rubbing against the mic boom? That's also a thing to look at. See your earphone, that cord right there?
Yeah.
See if that's rubbing against it. If it is, you might try to bring it up behind you and put the earphones in over the... Bring the earphones up behind your back and put the cords in over your shoulders. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try that. You can work on that. Meanwhile, we'll talk about refactoring a little bit on my machine before we go to yours, Campbell.
Okay.
So one of the things that's kind of interesting about this method is this for loop. It really does something here that's kind of hard to understand when you're just looking at the code. Partially because like the code's going off screen a little bit. There's no explanation. I could put a comment here. I could put a comment here that says maybe drop a stack of blocks like that. I could say that. And that would make the code easier to read maybe. But sometimes I might say come in here later and I won't be thinking and I'll, add an empty line and I'll start writing my code, put my new code here. And then, look, this will get separate from that, right? Because I won't notice it, and I'll just insert my new code, and now all of a sudden this doesn't connect anymore with this. So what we can do that's better than putting a comment right here is to select that block, and then inside Visual Studio we hit Control Dot, and then we're going to choose Extract Method. And what this will do is it will turn those lines of code into a method declared elsewhere and call that method. Hey, it's Campbell's mom, everybody. She's kind of short. There she is right there. She's actually standing. I'm sitting on a normal chair and she's just standing next to me. She's about 2 feet tall. Is that true?
Hello.
Hello. No, just kidding. She's not there. Mom to the rescue. Garble knows this might be a bad connection, not plugged in all the way.
No, he's plugged in all the way. I think it should be better now.
Okay.
I'll go this way.
Try it now. How's it now? Give him a test. Campbell.
Yeah.
Give him a test. Say hi there, kids.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Say it loudly so that we can...
Welcome to the show.
Okay. How is that, Surly Deb? She's not short. You're sat on a 2-foot-high box. That's true, Surly Deb. She's not short. Say, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper.
I can't.
You can't?
No.
What if it was in... you saw it on text? Like there.
Yeah,
you had to read the instructions.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. No.
So, no? Definitely, there's no way I could get you to say that? All
no,
right.
no. It's just, I can't say it quickly.
Okay, that's what nobody said quickly. Do it at your own pace, man.
Peter Piper picked
okay,
a peck
sounds good. A lot
peppers.
better, says Surly Deb. Thanks so much, Surly Deb, for that sound check. I really appreciate that. Campbell, looks like we've got, maybe that was the, did you end up putting your earphones in the back or finding a way just to make it so
Yeah,
it
I
not
just took them away from
Okay.
the mic.
Cool. Until Campbell moved. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
I moved?
Is Garble Knowledge, is there a problem when he moves where we're kind of hearing like it sounds like it's not a solid connection? Or are we hearing like kind of like a rubbing up against the mic? That's kind of what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. The mic sounds too sensitive. Well, I can definitely turn the volume down on that a little bit. I'm not sure if that's rubbing for sure. So it sounds like one cord is rubbing against another. can I see what? Let me see what you got. Look at me a second here. It might be. I'm not sure if it's that cord or not. Let's see if we can. I think it's the friction against the plastic part of the mic. So I think. So let's try this, Campbell. Take out your earphones for a second. Take out both earphones. Bring them around behind you, like pass them back over one of your shoulders, whichever one is easiest. No, behind you. Take them both behind you and under that arm, not around from behind. Have them go up under one of your arms and up through the back. Right. And now plug them in. Get them on the right side of either ear. Plug them in from that side. Give enough room. Looks like there's some. It's connected to. It's kind of twisted with the cable. How's that? Just set the mic on the desk in front, maybe. That's not going to work, I think, Quinkai, because that mic is super sensitive. Can you help him again? He's just put him in from behind there. Maybe we can try that. Karen's going to take a look at that. Thanks, Karen, for coming back in.
Sorry. All right, we're going to put this earphone in.
It might be the mic, not the headphones. Just trying to
I'm just going to do this.
What you got, Karen?
No, can you? No, don't touch it at all. Just get your hands
Like
on
this?
You've got it on the desk now?
I've got it on the desk.
Does that work?
All right, go ahead. Okay, I'm getting a lot of redlining from it.
Okay, hello?
Wait, go ahead. Say again, Campbell.
Hello?
Again.
Can you hear me?
Talking.
Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. Check, check, check,
That's
check.
as loud as I get it, and you're kind of low.
Here, I'll try to. Okay, much better.
Try
Is
now.
this better? Hello?
Give it to me again.
Hello? Hello? Check, 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 check.
Well, let's see. Hold on a second. I may have another switch here that can boost you up, I think. Let me try this. Try again, Campbell.
Check, 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 check,
No,
check.
I was already boosted. Can you get it closer to you?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so go back to where we were saying before. Turn you down a little bit here. That's not working. The mic needs to be close enough. So. Maybe is there a way on that mic to like hook it onto his head at all, Karen? Is it meant to go on the head? I haven't actually seen that. That settled down a bit, yeah. Yeah, the windiness was because I had it cranked all the way up because it was far away. Try that. I have a good feeling about this one. Good. Good, Campbell. Give me some good sound.
Check, 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 check.
Can you move closer to your mouth?
This is as close as I can get.
Give it to me again.
Check, 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 check.
Now I've got to turn it all the way up for you, is what I have to do. Karen, can you get that closer at all or no?
Is the mic closer?
Yeah, to your mouth.
The problem is it rubs if it's closer. Try that.
Like this? Check, 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 check,
All right.
check.
Definition.
All right, we'll try that. Let's see how that works for now.
Okay.
All right. Check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check.
Check,
Check, check,
check,
check, check, check, check, check.
check, check. All right, let's try it. All right, Campbell, we're learning it. So right now, we'll see how that works. Sounds good. Just try turning your head as you talk. Oh, interesting. That's not going to work. Surely it's attached to his head if he turns his head. And you've got your earphones in, Campbell?
Oh, wait, no, I don't.
Get those earphones in as well. All right.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Okay.
Okay. Let's go back there to get that going. Okay. So here we are. I've got these lines of code right here, and I want to refactor them. I want to make the code easier to read. We're talking about making the code easier to read.
So we could extract it as a method.
Yeah, that's what I want to do is I want to extract it to a method. So I'm going to hit Control dot right here.
And this is a Code Rush feature, right?
Well, this is actually a Visual Studio feature here. So Code Rush is something that my team works on, and we make changes to the menu, and anything that we do, we put an icon next to it. So these are ours, but we're going to use extract method, which is coming with Visual Studio. Once we extract the method, it's calling it new method, and we can give it a name. But let's give it the name that we have that's like what we have in the comment. So we'll call it drop block stack, like that. Drop block stack. And now this code in fixed update is a little bit easier to read. We know that we're going to drop a block stack when we get inside of it, and each time afterwards we're going to increase the stack height, and that stack height determines the height of the stack. That's what's going to happen. All right. Now that we've done this on this side, Campbell, let's do the same thing on your side.
Okay.
All right. So let's switch over to you.
Drop block stack.
And this
so
is Campbell's machine.
You did all of this?
Just
and
to there.
extracted everything else?
Right, because stack height was something that when we changed the line 34, when we changed stack height, we were, that wasn't part of dropping it. That was just for the next time, we were going to then make it a little bit bigger stack. So now call this, give it a good name.
Drop. Drop blocks or stacks.
Okay. Drop stacks.
That's a nice function.
Hold on, I took away from your view over there, Campbell. There you go. Right there. All right, so we got a new function called drop stacks. Let's save it and run it. See if it still works.
Oh, it's saved. It should still work. All we did is cleaned up the code a little bit. So nothing should change. But if
how to blow
does,
up the drone? Type in this. Type in drone -1, like that. There you go. Surly just told you what to do. All right, so we're running it. Can you maximize your game? Do you know how to do that?
I got it.
Oh, it's there. I was doing it by...
Oh, no, this is maximized on play, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably what you want anyway. I think, were you showing us that last time and you're showing me something
Yeah,
cool?
no, that was one of my other, side show me something
Side
cool.
tips. Okay, so jump, jump, jump,
Ah,
jump.
no!
All right, so there's 2.
Maximize.
And then there's 3.
It still works.
And it still works. Good. So it's a good thing whenever we do refactoring to kind of verify that everything's still working like we're expecting. So
Yeah.
we can do that. All right, let's stop that. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to, instead of dropping 1, I think what I want to do is this. So we're using stack height kind of in 1 dimension. But I think what I'd like to do
Is make it foing.
do it in at least 2 dimensions. So instead of dropping a stack,
You drop a plane.
a plane. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Whoop.
So can we figure out how to do that? We know that
Sure.
we can drop a stack, and to drop a plane, what would we have to do, Campbell?
We would have to make multiple stacks drop
We
side
would.
by side.
Hey, can you do something for me? Can you move your hand close to the camera and then bring it back? There we go. It's just sometimes it needs that kind of thing to get the focus right.
Oh.
All right, so we need to have several planes. We have to have several stacks. Right? Just like
to make a
many
plane.
lines is equal to a plane. I think you could argue that, right?
Yes,
So-
or many blocks.
So how would we do that? How would you like to do that? We know about for loops and we know about while loops.
Well,
We'd have to do a loop, I guess is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Let's use a while loop because those are, I think, less confusing.
Okay, and if you have CodeRush installed, you can just hit the letter W on an empty line inside of a place where code exists. Now, where do we want to put that while loop?
Let's put it right here after drops. Wait. Sorry, I'm just going to clean this code up a little bit. So I think right here.
Okay. So if you just type in W and then
Space.
spacebar, CodeRush will fill in a while loop for you. What is our expression?
Well, we only have 1 stack, I'm guessing, or something like that.
While the number of stacks we have is
Less than however many stacks we want to
we
make
want to
the
create. That's the essence of what we want to write.
Yeah, drop
So
another stack.
do we have something? Do we know how many stacks we want to create?
Let's start off with,
I have a suggestion for you.
yeah,
I'm pointing right at it on 35, but you can change it. We can do something else if you want to. See line 35?
Yeah.
That's our height of our stack. We can use the height and also turn it sideways and make it our width as well. So we're creating squares of blocks.
So 1.
Well,
Or it's going to plus.
whatever
So,
it is,
Yeah.
we need to count how many of those. So we need a variable to count how many stacks we've made.
We could... Ooh, I have an idea.
What?
Shift enter.
Okay?
And then stack... not this. Alt shift bloop. Stack... yeah, width. That's
Okay.
the word I was thinking.
Or number of stacks created. Stack width.
I think stack width because then it's like a common thing with all of them.
Okay. Now,
'Cause it's
one of the
height
things we've talked about is scope. Do you remember what scope is? We've talked about scope a little bit.
Yes, I remember. It's basically in between these parentheses, I guess.
Scope
right?
is kind of like, where can I see something from? Right? Where can I see it? And if I don't have like a scope word in front of it, then it's whatever the default is for the place where it's at. So stack width can be seen from anywhere inside of game logic because it's up there at the top.
Can I say something
But-
really quickly?
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if this is a Code Rush thing or a Visual Studio thing, but sometimes what Visual or whatever it is does, sometimes they will they'll see a pattern like from negative 510 to 1, and then it will like continue that pattern here. So it thinks I want 512.
That's right. That's Code Rush there. When you use
Yeah, that's
duplicate line, it gave you that. Now look at stack width on line 10, and I want you to compare it with delta Z on line 24. Tell me about the differences between those two.
One's a float, I guess, but
One's
that
a float,
isn't much.
and the other's an int. So a
Yes.
float means I can have decimal points on it, right?
And this is just a number, a specific number on stack width, and this is like a statement, I guess,
That's an expression,
an expression. That's what.
and that's going to be a number.
Yes.
What about
and-
from a standpoint of
Yeah, wait,
visibility?
wait.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
One more thing. Float delta Z is in the scope of fixed update.
Yes, which means it can be seen. Can it be seen from drop stacks? That other method we created right down there.
No, it can't.
It can't. But what about that one you created up there? Can it be seen by both of these?
By both of what?
But can stack width up there on line 10 be seen by fixed update and be seen by drop stacks?
Yes, because it is made in the class.
It's in the
scope.
class. Right. So from a standpoint of scope and visibility, where can I see something from? Delta Z is local to fixed update.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, but wait, this while is in while expression. Or while loop.
The while expression, what about it?
It
We
will
need
work.
to put something there. We need to put some code there.
Should work.
So what do we want to put in the expression there? What code?
Stack width. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, wait. While stack width is less than
Stack.
is
Height.
less than whatever number we want.
Right, which is what we said we were going to use the height
Yes.
to make squares, right?
Yeah.
So we've got this stack width. Here's what's kind of a little bit not quite right here. Line 10 is acting and looking a lot like line 9,
Yeah.
right? Which means it seems like, well, we're going to have an independent setting for stack width. But because they're both the same number, we don't really need that. We still need a variable to count. And if we need a variable to count, we don't need it to be have that high of visibility. We need that variable local if we're going to count it locally in the things we do. So we need to make some kind of change. So if you took it out, then if you cut it to the clipboard, then you can paste it locally down there inside before your while loop. I hear a dog out there. Whoa. Sorry about that. That was my hand hitting another button. There we go. All right, dog is out. No worries.
Okay.
So we need a local variable
Yeah.
to count. And we need to give it a good name. If you want a variable, okay, you just paste it in? Good.
Yeah, I pasted it in. Oh, dang it. Wait, Dad. What is the button to get rid of this? Where it's
It's the
always
insert
select-
button. So right now you're in overwrite mode.
Yes.
And there you go. You hit the insert button and it'll do that. Okay. So you're in stack width. So can we call this something else? Because
Yeah.
it looks so much like
I'm
stack
renaming
height.
Yeah, I'm renaming it.
What are you going to rename it to?
What about number of stacks or num stacks?
Okay. Num stacks dropped.
Eh,
Maybe like that.
nope, not what I wanted. No!
You can hit escape.
Escape. Down. Dropped.
Okay. And
'Kay.
what are we going to initialize that to?
0.
Okay. All right. Good. Now you're in a really good starting point for figuring out this expression now. What's this expression going to be?
While num stacks dropped
Yeah.
is less than stack height,
Okay.
drop stack.
Okay. Let's do that.
Woo!
Let's do that. Write that code. Write that code, Campbell.
Blah. Wait, sorry.
Also, look for IntelliSense to help you out.
Yes, what did I just say? What were we gonna
You
do?
Gotta figure it out again.
Oh, yes, while num stacks dropped.
Look at IntelliSense
Bloop.
help you out. It's helping you. There you go. All
Is
right.
less than, right? Yeah, is less than stack height.
Isn't that funny? You totally figured it out, and then
No,
then
wait,
you were
what?
like, "Wait, what was it again?" I'm like, that happens to me all the time. I'm like, "I got it." Wait, okay, and that looks good. Now you've got your while loop. What's inside the while loop?
Can you turn down the sound on
Oh, I'm
those
sorry.
seeds?
You bet. There you go.
It's getting kind of loud. Yeah.
Now we'll do that. I'll adjust those sounds a little bit later so they're a little bit quieter.
All right. Drop stacks.
And scroll up a little bit so we can see all that code. Scroll up so we can see. There you go.
Oh, wait.
What's happening inside the while loop now?
I should probably. I'm gonna rename this because. Rename.
Okay.
It so that it's drop stack.
Oh, good.
So
I
that
love
it's
it.
not as confused. No. Ugh.
Hit undo, Control Z,
Control Z.
and then just hit right arrow to get out to the side. There you go. To remove the selection.
Enter.
And there you go. Enter. That's a really good move. What you just
So that
did.
so that instead of saying drop stacks, it's just drop stacks, so that the code isn't as confusing.
Yes, exactly. So what's inside the while loop?
Drop stack.
Okay.
Stack. Yeah.
And to
Oh,
make a method call,
parentheses.
yeah, exactly. Parens
And
have to be there.
semicolon.
And a semicolon. Okay. Anything? Are we missing anything? Anything we want to change now before we test this?
I feel like you're saying that because there is something we have to
There
do.
is. Yeah, I am saying that. You're brilliant.
Well, first of all, we have to save it. But also, right now, it's an endless loop.
It is an endless loop. Why is it an endless loop or an infinite loop, as we might call it?
Because number of stacks dropped is always 0.
It's
So
never
we would have
changed.
to increment it
Yes.
down here.
Where?
Right here.
Try it.
Okay,
You don't
this
like
is
it when I
wrong.
say that, do you? You think this is a trap.
I definitely think it is.
Well, let's think about it. If we are doing the while loop, what's inside the while loop? It's
Oh, we have to increment it in the while loop.
We do. We have to increment it inside the while loop.
But right after, actually, it doesn't matter, right?
It
We
really
can do
doesn't
it
matter. If
before
we're
or
going to
after.
use it in the while loop, then we might decide where we put it. We just got to make sure we do it at least at the end, or at least at the beginning.
Num stacks dropped. Plus, 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 plus. Semicolon.
No. Mom said the seed sound was driving her crazy, and Shirley said, thanks for letting me know. Now he's just putting them all over the place. Oh, Surly Deb. All right, good. That was looking better. There's one problem, not in any of the code you wrote, but in something you left behind.
This.
No, that's good.
Oh,
What is
they're
it?
all going to be right together. And then they're just going to...
Okay, well, we can fix that later.
That's
but,
true. I want to see what this is, because
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, let's run it. You want to run it?
Yeah.
Okay. And it may be hard to see it, but think about it. The first time we drop, we're expecting to see a 1 by 1 square, just one block the first time.
Yes, and then the next time, 2.
I think we're going to see 2 the first time. And if we see 2 the first time, we got to go back and look at the code.
Okay. Oh, wait, I have to maximize it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Application reload. Oh, God. No, it's working. Oh, God. Yep, they're exploding.
Try it again. Go from the beginning. I had my eye off of it. Sorry. All right. Watch the first one. I think we're going to see 2 blocks in the very first one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
There
were 2 blocks.
There were 2 blocks? There you go. Okay. That's the problem. It should be 1 by 1, not 2 by 1. And this should be 2 by 2, not 3 by 2. Right? If we
Yeah.
look at every one, we've got an extra one of these is being dropped. Okay? So why are we getting an extra one dropped? Go back and look at the code. A little segment we call
Okay.
Let's go review that code, Campbell.
Well, you said it wasn't in any of the code that I wrote.
It wasn't. It's not. The problem is not between line 29 and 35. Those
Is it
lines
down
are good.
here?
Nope. It's not in the method you extracted either.
Then is it down
Nope.
here?
You didn't change those lines of code. They're all still good too. Those are all good.
So it isn't something that I wrote.
It's
'cause
not
it's
in
some-
anything that you
it's
wrote.
something
you
that I
researched.
changed.
Oh, what's going on? What line of code are you on right now? What's that
28?
line? What line of code are you on?
All right, we have to give it parameters.
No.
No? Or no, wait. What is it called?
What's happening on line
The other
28?
name. Drop stack. Oh, we're dropping it.
We drop it no matter what, and then we do the loop.
Yeah, that's not. No.
All right, that'll fix it.
Here, wait. Can I just clean up this code?
There's one other suggestion I have on this. Go ahead. What are you doing now?
I'm just cleaning up the code so that it looks
Okay. You like it?
better,
That
yeah.
feels easier to read? I love
Yes.
it. It's another, these are good moves, right? If your inclination is to Mom is talking to Surly Deb out there. Mom said, very naughty, Surly Deb. And Surly Deb says, you seem surprised by that. And she's like, that's on me considering your name. It is Mom's fault. All right. I don't think we've ever said that before in our lifetimes, Campbell. Saying that it was Mom's fault just then.
No.
We've never said that.
Hopefully she's not watching right now.
Yeah, well, better to be, hopefully she's not listening. She can watch, but not
let's
listen.
just stay on this show forever because I don't.
Yeah, we don't want to get outside. We don't. All right, so wait. So here's the thing that's a little bit, or the thing I was going to say is, look, if your intuition is this change will make the code easier to read,
Yes.
follow that intuition.
Okay.
That's important.
Yeah,
right?
that's normally what I do with my code, or at least now. I like to have one space between every line of code.
I love
that
it.
can.
No, it's great. I'll sometimes group things together and then just put a space around the groups. And often when I see that, I think, oh, now that's time to extract it as a method. So, so let's look at this here. The thing that is a little bit different to me about this is this variable called stack height. Stack height refers to a vertical stack, but I'm now suggesting that we're using it both vertically and horizontally, and I'm about to suggest let's create a depth as well with it. Does that make sense?
Okay, so
So instead of calling it height, I think I want to call it stack length,
length?
maybe?
Measure. Yeah, length seems
Yeah.
nice, but I feel like it stack length. It's the word length in general is kind of confusing because you think of height, width, depth, and then you sometimes think of length, but you think of length as like height, but also width, but also depth. So it might.
Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble, Campbell. And for once, it's not your dad. Phew. Did Campbell just say something was my fault? No, honey.
Yikes.
Campbell's got a stream deck, and he just hit the yikesters button. All right. Wait, what were you saying, Campbell? What were you saying just before?
What was I saying?
Oh, you said length. You didn't
Yes.
like length. What do you suggest instead of length?
What about? I almost want to say duration, but that's not it.
What if we said stack edge length? Would you be okay
Yeah.
with that?
Stack. Or stack. Not measure. Stack measurement.
Size?
Stack size. That's it.
Sweet. All right, let's call it stack size. So let's do a rename on that. You should be able to. I don't know if you can hit
F2?
F2 if that's going to work on your
Oh
machine.
no. Oopsies. My internet. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's just. I think
F2
Control
doesn't work.
RR is your shortcut on your machine
Control R.
to rename it.
Yeah.
And then remember with CodeRush you
Alt
can
shift.
use Alt
blah,
and
blah, blah.
Shift. There you go.
Size.
Size. Good. I like it. Now,
Bam.
remember we just learned
Oh,
about.
and it's an alliteration. It's amazing.
What'd you say?
And it's an alliteration.
Oh, you're right.
plus.
It's an alliteration because it
It's a
starts with an
win-win.
S. Both words start with an S. Now, remember we just saw an extract method? Did you
Yes.
see that on my machine?
So should we extract?
I want to extract a method from here, but first let's look at it. What is line 28 from line 28 to 35? What are those lines of code doing?
28 to 35.
If you had to describe that to somebody who wasn't sure what was going on, what would you say there? What do those lines of code do?
It's dropping a plane.
Dropping a plane. Well, at least we hope
Well,
it is.
no, not yet. It's dropping an exploding stack.
An exploding stack. Should we change it so it drops a smooth plane? Do you want to do that?
I kind of want to just see what it is like now, and then after we can do it with the plane.
Wait, say that one more time.
I want to see what it's like just right now, and then after we can change it to a plane.
Okay, let's run it. Should be the same. I think we've only done refactorings, which shouldn't change the way the.
No, but remember how it was 2 blocks? Now it should be 1.
Oh, right. I forgot we didn't test that. There's your 1 block,
So far, it's working.
and this next one should be 2 by 2, and the next one should be 3 by 3.
Should. Yep.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
We call this the game of squares. 4 by 4. All right, let's fix it so they're not shattering all over the place.
Yeah.
So the problem is we're putting all 4 stacks in the same spot.
Whereas
Right.
we want to make them like boom, 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 boom.
So how can we do that? What can we change? Can we go down and look at where we're dropping the actual stack? Can we look at can we scroll down to line 45 and so on and look at the code there and see if you can figure out, tell me, what would you need to change in this code to make this work?
We would probably have to do player position dot x plus something, and then
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so let's do that. So let's put. Well, I'm not sure what our something is yet, but we know something is going to need to go
It's
there.
Probably, well, look, with player position dot y, it's +2 to make it just go above.
Right,
and
and
we
also
want to make it just go to the beside.
We're also adding the num blocks dropped as an offset to it as well.
Oh,
that's
right.
that's a variable that's inside of the for loop. What's interesting is if we were to actually add that num blocks drop to here, we'd get a diagonal, I think, is what we would get. The x
I
and y.
kind of want to see that, but
All right, let's do it.
so plus num blocks dropped.
Yeah.
Plus num blocks dropped.
And you should get IntelliSense showing up. There it is. Take it and save and run. And so instead of seeing, we're still going to see 4 blocks and then 9 blocks and then 16 blocks. We'll still see them square, right? But we should see them in a diagonal. Maybe going up to the right, I think.
Yeah, because it's a plus. If we made it negative, it would go like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to go up to the right, and we'll see them all drop. And I think it'll be fun. By the way, Campbell's new machine, maybe we think we'll get all the parts by next week for next week's show.
Hopefully.
Still waiting on some parts that are in Costa Rican Customs. Jump. There's one. Are they?
Wait, what are we yeah, it is a little bit diagonally, but it's still exploding.
It's still exploding because we got diagonals on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we still got to fix it. All right. Let's go back to the
Why
code.
did I do that? No, stop playing in general.
What'd you say, Campbell?
Nothing. I just accidentally paused the game instead of stop playing it.
Okay, no worries. All right, back to the code.
Oh, yes.
So we want to do something. We want to pass a parameter into this method, and we haven't really looked at parameters yet. But we'll come back to this line of code you're at right now. You can drop a marker here, Campbell. If you hold down Alt key and hit the Home key.
Wait, Alt Home.
Alt Home.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you don't have a...
1 sec. Ah! Yeah, sorry. Blech. Okay.
Looks like the home key is hard to hit, or maybe a different set of function keys on your machine. That's all right. We'll come back to this.
Oopsies, that's not it.
That doesn't look like it either. All right, don't worry. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. Let's go back
Yep,
up to
I
where
got a
we're
marker.
calling drop stack from. Oh, there you go. You got it. That's a marker.
Yeah, my numlock was just on.
Okay,
so it
that's a
was-
code rush marker there. We can jump back to that, I think, by hitting escape. If you go
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
else
escape.
and you hit escape, you'll jump back to that marker.
Yep.
Try it. There you go. So drop the marker again.
Oh, I have to drop it again.
And it's just a fast way to come back to that. We know we need to come back here. Let's go up to drop stack on line 32. And actually go up 2 lines. Look at line 30. See that numstacks dropped?
Yeah?
Bless you. We are increasing that by 1 each time.
Yes.
We could use that number and use it as an offset
We could.
by that X that you're at right there.
Because we are incrementing it.
Because what?
We are incrementing it every time.
Yes, we're incrementing it every single time. That's right. So let's copy that to the clipboard. Do you know how to copy without selecting with
Yeah,
CodeRush?
it's just Control-C.
Just Control C, right. Go down put the caret between the parens in line 32. And we're going to turn this into a parameter. So right now, wait, don't paste it. Hit undo on that.
Oopsies. Control-C.
Looks like you might have cut something in clipboard. Try pasting again. This
No, I think I was just hitting Control while I went backspace. So.
Okay. All right. So now let's hit Control dot to bring up the refactoring menu
Control dot.
and
Add
choose
parameter.
Add Parameter. And now paste in your numstacks dropped if you've got it and hit Enter.
Ow. Oopsies.
Did you hit Enter?
I tried.
Give it a second. I think it was just putting the code in there for you. You can do it again one more time.
Control dot. Add
Dot,
parameter.
add parameter,
Control
paste,
V.
and hit
Enter.
Enter. Give it a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, look at what it's done on line 41. Scroll down so line 41 is near the middle of your screen. We can see it up above your head. Numstacks dropped is what we're passing in. We can change the name of this. I want to change this to just X offset.
X offset.
Lowercase x and then an uppercase O. Good. All right, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and copy that to the clipboard. And then hit escape to go to where your marker was.
Wait. See?
and then hit escape.
Wait, escape again.
There you go. Now what are we going to do here?
Plus. Is that what we're gonna do?
Try it. Save it and run it and see what happens.
Control S. I feel like this isn't gonna work
Think it's not going to work?
based on the way you said save it and run it. But
You got to stop reading. Stop trying to mind read. Just build a little
well,
programmer.
every time I do it, I'm right. So,
Every time you say do mind read, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
or at least every time on the show. Let's try it.
Let's do this, Campbell.
So is it gonna work? It works! Kind of. It is, look, it's starting in the middle.
Yeah, but are they diagonal? Do we have, or not? No, they
Nope.
look good.
They're fine.
They're fine. Oh, when you say it's starting in the middle, I think I see what you're saying. It's lined up right in front of you, like if you were on the right side, but they're all going far right. They're not centered.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. We can fix that.
Yes, we can.
All right, let's stop it. How do we fix that, Campbell?
I don't know.
Well, what do we have to change?
We have to change where the first drop, right?
Yeah, we have to change what we're passing in, the X offset. We have to move everything. How far do we have to move it to center it in the track, or center it on the player, rather?
Half of it. Half of the stack length, stack size. Half of the stack size.
All right, so instead of messing with it here, let's pass it in line 32.
Yeah, I just,
So instead of passing in just that, we can actually pass in an expression for the parameter. So what are you going to write? Do you know what to write here?
yes. Stack size.
And then you know how to
Divided by
divide it
2.
by? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wait.
2.
2.
And I think do it. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. You know what? Wait a second. I want to change something. This is an int that's coming in. I want to change it to a float.
Okay.
So go to line 41 and change int to a float.
Oh,
And I'll show you a fast way to do it with
Wait.
CodeRush.
Wait, 41? What? How? What?
See that X offset? I want to turn it to a float because right now we're only going to, when we divide by 2, we'll only get an integer, but I want to get a float because I want to get to something 0.5.
Yeah.
So delete, hit backspace 3 times, and then because you've got CodeRush, you can type in TF. T for type and F for float.
It worked.
Good. And then I'm not sure, but I think on line 32 you might have to put an F after the 2
Yeah.
to make that a float.
No.
So it knows it's not an integer divide. Well, I guess it would be the same number either way.
Yeah, you only have to do that if it's like a decimal.
I think that'll work either way, with it or without.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. But
So let's save and run that. Saving file.
It compiles. Let's ship it!
It compiles. Let's ship it. Does it compile?
Yeah, it should. Or it does compile so far. Yeah, compiles.
If we saw any errors, they would be in the bottom line there in Unity or in the console.
Yeah,
All right, hit run and see if it
doesn't
works.
look like this.
By the way, I have the best show me something cool. I'm finally going to win one today. No, I'm going to win it.
You won
It's okay.
last time because mine didn't work.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
7, where are you? We need your help.
Genesis 7, we need your help. Look out, Campbell.
So it doesn't compile.
Hold on, we'll take a look at it in a second. Look out, Campbell. It's an alien battle in here.
I have.
Look out. Get that smoke out of here. Clear that up. We got to see the code. That's Genesis 7 just showing up there. Let's see. It didn't work. It looked like you were playing the game.
Oh yeah, it did, but look.
Is it centering them? Is it putting in the right spot?
No.
What? No.
Look, ready?
Yeah. Oh, I bet I know what's going on. It is putting them farther and farther off to a side, I bet. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think that's just it.
Jump. Is it moving them?
Look at the next one. Oh, that one's centered, but the first one isn't.
Well, you want to make sure it's centered on you. It looks like it's a little bit off. Well, no, that looked pretty good. I think we're okay. All right. I'm loving this. All right. So that was a good use of while loops, right? We could still do the same thing. We could repeat these steps. Can you go back to your code a second, Campbell?
Uh-huh.
We could repeat these same steps where we selected like from lines 28 to 35. Can you select those lines of code?
28.
Just to 35. And we can say, what do those do? You said they dropped a plane, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we could extract this as a method.
Let's
It's
extract it to a
controlled by-
method. Call it drop plane.
Method. Drop plane. Enter.
Enter. There you go. So now you've got a method called drop plane. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're good. And now you've got code that's really easy to read still up here,
Yes.
right? And each piece is easy to read. If we wanted to keep going, we could do the same thing where we create another while loop around drop plane and drop out the number of planes we need to create a cube. Do you want to do that, or do you want to? Are you good and you want to break? Because I'm ready to write code too. If you want to break, I'm ready to jump over and.
No, let's do that.
You want to jump over and write? I'm gonna write some
No,
code.
I want to do it.
Okay,
on my
let's do it.
machine.
All right.
Actually, wait, we can both do it because we're on the live show.
That's
right?
actually true. We could both work on this. So you're gonna create. What you're gonna do is gonna look actually a lot like the inside of the method drop plane.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a local variable called num planes dropped. While it's less than the stack size, you're gonna call drop plane. You're gonna have to figure out the parameters to pass in. Right?
Uh-huh.
Why don't we do it till you get stuck? You work on that till you get stuck. I'm gonna work on something new, and I'll show everybody what I'm working on. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll switch back over to my machine over here. What I'm going to work on, I don't have the same code that Campbell has. I'm still dropping stacks.
Do this.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through these. What do I want to do? I want to make it so that when we shoot the missiles, and the missiles make contact, we explode the blocks. That's what I want to do. So I need to find out how to do that because I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to bring up a browser and I'm going to say Unity
Isn't it something like
detect collision?
on collision enter?
Focus on your own stuff, Campbell.
Bleh, sorry.
I got this.
Okay.
Detecting collision on collision enter. Holy cow! Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I
Oh
said.
my God! Got the brainiac on the stream with me today, kids. All right, that's exactly what I need. Looks like I've been here before.
Yeah, because in our previous
Did we already
game-
look at this? Is that why you're remembering this?
Yeah, we looked at it on our game that we made before this.
Oh, man, I'm totally forgetting this. Okay, so on trigger. Oh wait, it says on trigger enter
Well,
here. On collision enter here. I think I want on collision enter.
yeah.
That's what I want. All right, I'm going to copy this code. And I'm going to go over here. Somewhere in here, I've got, I think, let's go back to Unity, actually. I've got my missile prototype, and I think, I do not have a script for it. So I need to add a new script. So I'm going to right click here, say create C# script, and I'm going to call this my missile behavior, I think. And that's super tiny right there, but I called it missile behavior. I'm going to double click on that. And I'm going to keep Dad in check, please. It says sex positive, says Mom. Mom says keep Dad in check. I'm going to take that code that I copied and I'm going to paste it down here on collision. I don't need this. I don't need this. Oh, this is kind of cool. But I don't think I need necessarily that either. Campbell, are you okay with this, by the way, that I'm writing code while you're writing code? Is this working for you?
It works.
It's totally working?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to show something or if you have a question. Okay? In fact, we'll go take a look at Campbell's progress right now. How's he doing? He's got num planes dropped equal to 0. So he's starting on that while loop.
Because
excellent. Do you remember the code rush shortcut for creating a while loop?
yes, it is W space.
Excuse me. It is W space. That's right. Okay, back over here. I don't want this. I want to figure something else out. I want to work with collision. I want to see what we're colliding into. Collision dot game object. The game object is collider you're colliding with. Sweet. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to just start off with something simple. I'm going to say destroy the game object we're colliding with, and I'm going to say destroy this dot game object as well. I'm going to do both of those. So we're going to destroy the missile and destroy whatever we're hitting. Let's just save that and run it and see if that actually works. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wait, where's that option? I'll maximize it right now. Oh, it didn't destroy it. Oh, wow.
What's weird is the missiles are just bouncing off the first one. They're just going.
Why isn't that working? Well, let's see if we can figure it out. I'm going to start with a is it debug log. I think I don't have the same template that you did. We created on your machine, but not here. Debug log. We're going to say collision. I want to send a message out to the console here. And let's stop this and we'll restart this again. We'll look at the console and see. Wait, I gotta give focus here, I think. There we go. Nothing's happening. So it looks like the collision.
Enter might not be the
Did
right
I fail to
snippet of
drop
code.
this on? You know what I did? I didn't drop it on, I think. Does my missiles prototype have it? Yeah, it doesn't have it. That's my problem.
Oh,
Drop
okay.
the missile behavior over there. Now let's try it. Sorry about that, kids. There we go. Ah. All right. Oh, no. Oh, you know what happened? Did you see what happened, Campbell?
No.
Well, I hit the wall. The wall disappeared
What?
because my code said to delete the wall. And then I just went off the side of the game.
So you have to say if the thing that we're colliding with is named the missile
Prototype block, I guess, maybe? That's a great idea.
Then do that.
I'm going to totally do that. I love it. Let's see this. Let's see. Maybe I'll do this. If game object dot name, sweet, dot contains wall. If it's got the word wall in it, then we're going to get out. Let's see if that does it. And maybe do this too. Let's send a message out. I'm going to send a message out. Whoops, I just went debug.log. Not blowing up wall.
Num planes dropped.
And then return like that. Let's see if that works. How's Campbell doing? Let's check on him. What's he got? Oh, look at that progress he's making. Well, num planes dropped is less than stack size, then drop plane num planes dropped minus.
Minus the stack size divided by 2.
Good.
Is this?
You can actually copy the code on line 45 if you don't want to type it all in again. But
I'm fine.
you're pretty much close. All right, cool. Let's go back over to me. What's going on over here? Oh, I'm playing the game. Didn't even notice. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get...
Divided by...
Okay, yeah. Now they're bouncing off the walls. Let's see if I can make some progress
should
here.
we ship it? What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm finding the turning is a little too fidgety. Oh, did I just hit myself? Oh no. One of these hit me and I disappeared. What am I? I'm the player.
This is great.
So I need
No,
now
wait, Dad, that's not what I said you should do. I think what you should do is say that if the thing that we collide with is the block, then
Fine.
destroy it.
Fine. Okay. I'm going to hit rename here and just copy this here. Prototype block. So we're going to say if this does not contain prototype block, like this, then we're going to say not only blowing up blocks.
Okay.
But that also means missiles won't blow up either.
Can
Or wait. Let's do this. I have a better idea. Are you watching what I'm doing, Campbell?
No, but can I
You wanna show
show them? I accidentally. Ooh, wait, what? Did something. Look.
You look like you're actually making progress. It looks
Yes,
like
I
you're,
am. But what I accidentally did at one point is I forgot to declare, or I forgot to add a new parameter, and I just wrote this, and it was saying it was wrong, and I was like, what?
You're
Why?
okay.
And
I think
now
you're okay.
I fixed it, but
You're okay. Yeah. One thing though, in your while loop up above, whenever you create a while loop, it's a good idea to check. Do I have an infinite loop? Oh, you're making your Z offset here?
yeah, right now.
All right,
sorry.
that can totally work. In your while loop, up above line 30
Yeah,
to 33.
I know. I have to increment it also. Numplay instruct. I
Yes.
have to increment it.
There you go. Just hit enter or
Drop,
tab on
plus,
it.
plus.
Plus. And every line in C# has to be ended with a
Bam.
semicolon. Good. Now you've
That's-
got drop plane. You've got Z offset coming in
I
there.
haven't used Z offset though.
Okay, you might need some help on this. Or maybe think about it. What do you need to do with that Z offset?
Add it to.
You need to get it down to drop stack. That's exactly what you need to do. How are you going to get it to drop stack? How do you get this Z offset that's a parameter up on line 41 down into that value down into drop stack method, which starts at line 53? Hint, we've already done it. You got it. You got the value from line 32 into line 41.
We have to. Oh, comma.
Type in
new float.
VF right here, variable of type float. And you could use CodeRush to add the parameter too.
And then the name is X or Z offset.
Yep, Z offset. It's faster to use CodeRush to do this work, but you certainly do it by hand as well. Right, there you go. Good. So now you've got a second parameter. Well, look what happens to line
Uh-oh.
47.
Yeah, I just noticed. What's wrong with it?
What do you think? If you're not sure, hover over the squiggly line. There's no argument given that corresponds to the required formal parameter Z offset. There's no argument, meaning you're not passing anything in for that second parameter.
Wait, what? Oh,
Drop
wait,
stack
does
takes
that-
two parameters, X offset and Z offset. You're passing in only one expression. You need a comma after that expression to pass in the second parameter.
After what expression?
Well, the only one you're passing in.
Wait.
So drop stack's only got, there you go. Put the
Wait,
comma there.
Comma here?
Yeah. See it? And look, the tooltip's telling you it needs Z offset here.
Oh.
It needs the second parameter, which can be an expression. It can be anything you want. It just happens to be that you have a variable called
What? That's
Z
not what I want.
offset.
I did VF and it didn't work.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to put, you're not declaring a variable here. You want to use a Z offset. You want to reference Z offset from above, the parameter that's passed in. See line 42? Do you see line 42?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
parameter Z
what?
offset,
What?
that's
I
what
didn't
you
see
want to
that.
pass in.
I didn't see that at all. When?
You just wrote that code.
When? I did not write that.
I can roll it back, man. Roll back the live video. You didn't write that in. You said you typed in VF there, right?
No, I typed in VF down here.
Yes, you did that. But just before I showed up, you had the float there, and it was name, and you typed in Z offset.
Oh yeah,
there.
I did that.
Okay, line 48.
48.
What are we going to do to fix that?
We just need a comma. No, we don't. What? Why is it saying it's wrong?
Because we need something after the comma. We need to pass in a value. Parameters can be separated by commas. So I can have several parameters to a method.
So I need to Z offset?
Yeah.
Z.
You need to pass it in. So the answer to the question, if I ever ask you the question again, Campbell, how do we get something from one method to another? The answer is always through a parameter. Well, almost always. There's other ways of doing it too. And then what are you doing over there? You're adding Z offset. Cool. All right, let's save and run.
It totally should work. Oh, this is also something really cool that I think this is Visual Studio. It might also be CodeRush. But right here, if you have something not saved, it will show you what part isn't saved, where it's yellow.
Yeah, that's Visual Studio there. It'll show you what you haven't saved yet. Good job noticing that.
I use it all the time. I'm like, wait, what isn't saved? I don't think I changed anything, and then it'll show you me what I changed. Yeah. This new computer would definitely help.
It says, hold on, busy. What is that for? Why is
I
that?
have no idea.
Oh, there we go.
Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Oh, this happens.
So now we're looking
every
for
time.
creating cubes, incrementing by 1 each time. So the first cube is going to be 1 by 1 by 1.
Should.
Next one's going to be 2 by 2 by 2.
Yep.
Should be 8 of these. Next one's 3 by 3. Should be 27 blocks in there.
This one should be 64 blocks.
64 blocks.
And then the next is just
125, I think. Is that right? 5 times 5 times 5 is 125.
well, definitely too many.
It's too many. Hey, you want to do your on collision enter next?
Sure.
Because it's kind of getting messy. So I created a new file. Here, let's switch over to my machine so you can take a look at it. I created a new file, a new C# script, called it missile behavior.
Missile properties, missile. Yeah.
Added on collision enter, and then I took your suggestion that said, hey, if the name contains prototype block, then say we're only blowing up blocks.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. What's our time on it right now? What are we doing looking at time? 11:14.
We have much.
Should we try to do the thing where I replace the block hit with a bunch of smaller blocks? And
Yes.
it just blows
we
up?
should totally do that.
By the way, have you ever heard of a game called Asteroids, Campbell?
No.
Let me see if I can find a video of Asteroids playing. Asteroids video game. Here we go. Let's see if we can play this here. Here it is right here. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
This is Asteroids. And this is one of the first video games that came out. And
Oh,
you
it's
would
a lot
hit,
like our game.
you would shoot a missile at one of the asteroids, and every time you hit it, it would break into two until it got it small enough that it would then break into
Just little dust pot.
into little parts and disappear. So what would happen is you'd get this game that started out kind of simple, but then it got crazier and crazier and crazier as you played. Well, I was thinking we could do the same thing in 3D space in our game that we're building, where we start out
Ours
with
is pretty similar to that already.
where we start off with a big block and you hit it and it breaks into 2 blocks in 3D space. But instead of doing it from a top-down view, we have a behind the player view, and you can kind of move around and fly. I don't know. I'm kind of playing with that idea.
Well, if we do that, then we would have to make, I think, the track bigger,
Yes, I agree. Bigger track.
more square maybe.
Yeah, that's what we'd have to do. Something to think about maybe for next time. All right, let's see if we can get the blowing up to happen.
don't
What'd you say?
quite know how we would do that.
How we would do what?
How we would make it a bunch of little blocks. Would we destroy the game object and then just instantiate
The other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now for the blowing up, in fact. So what I'm going to do is, instead of calling destroy collision game object, I'm going to extract this.
Extract it as?
Yeah, let's see if I can get the extraction here. Why doesn't it give me extract method on this? Is it because I'm running? Am I running? I'm not running. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll create my own method. I'm going to say, call this blow up block is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to pass in the game object right there to it. And then I'm going to hit the CodeRush key, choose declare method. And now I've got the method blow up block. Game object is being passed in. So I can call destroy on it for sure. But now I also have, before I destroy it, the game object, I think I've got a transform on it. I do. So now I know its location. So now I can now create
and its rotation and its scale.
Yes, that's correct. I know
But
all
you're
of
not
those
gonna use
things.
them.
I want to now create a whole bunch of blocks in that space. And I think what I'm going to do, since we've seen this, I think this is going to work. We've seen this before. I'm just going to put them all in the center position of that block. And what we've seen before is when we put a whole bunch of objects
It
in the
will
same spot,
explode.
they explode. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's genius.
So I'm just going to create something that says,
I was thinking we would create them all like in the position, like as a cube.
I was thinking that
And
too.
then the missile would blow them up. But that's genius because now it's not as much code.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's not as much code. Simpler code generally works out better, right? When you're going to do that. So all I want to do is I want to just say, like, I want to create a variable here. I think I'm going to make it a constant. Num blocks per side. And I'm going to start by making this 2. Nice variable name. Thank you. So num blocks per side. We're going to start with 2. So I'm just going to make it turn 1 block into 8 blocks by saying a 2 by 2 by 2 square of blocks inside. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then later I'm going to come back and change this to like maybe be, 4
3 by 3 by 3.
or 100 or something.
Oh, 100 is, then it would just like.
It'll be little particles maybe. We'll see how much my machine can take. So that num blocks per side. Then we're going to now create a constant of type float that's going to be called scale. And that's going to be equal to 1 divided by the num blocks per side. So that's my scale. Okay? And I'll put an F here just to verify that that is a float. So now I've got my scale. Then I want to get my instantiate. Now, where did we do this? We did this when we're firing missiles and when we're dropping these. Don't we have an instantiate? Here it is right here. I want to copy this code. This is code, creates a new vector 3, which is the position for it, and then instantiates a new one based on the prototype. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do this. My prototype, I think it's looking for is a game object. I think it's a game object. So I'm going to use my prototype as this, like there. My position is going to be my game object.position. Well, I have to game object.transform. .position. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And the same thing here. And I'm not going to offset it all like we were doing in the other code. So I delete that and delete that. So that's going to do it. Now, are you watching this, Campbell?
Uh-huh.
So take a look at this. See, I've got game object.transform.position. See that?
Yeah.
And see, I've got it again here.
Uh-huh.
And see, I've got it again here.
Uh-huh, because you're doing
I can hit the CodeRush
Z.
key, choose introduce local, and choose introduce local for all occurrences. Local, remember, scope means what?
It means
I can only see it from where?
yeah, from in that scope.
In the scope, this method right here. So local scope. So I'm going to do that, and now I've created something, and we're going to just call this the object position, maybe, or the block position, like that. And I'm going to rename this here to be our position V3, maybe for vector 3. Position vector is what I'll call it, like that. And that's good. Now I want to do one more thing here. I'm going to hit the CodeRush key on instantiate and choose declare local. That's going to give me my new object, my new game object, new particle. And I'm going to set its scale. And I'm going to say particle.transform.scale. What's local scale? The scale of the transform relative to the game object's parent.
No, that's not
I'm
what we
wondering,
want.
why do I not see regular scale? I thought it was in transform.
It is.
Well, I guess I'm just going to use local scale. I think it might work. And I'm going to set that equal to the scale variable I calculated up above. Then I'm going to call destroy this. Wait, what's wrong here? Oh, it needs a vector 3. New vector 3, and I'm going to just pass in scale for each
Scale, and scale.
X, Y, and Z. Z, exactly. Good job. Scale, scale, scale. So that's blow up block. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's see. What I'm hoping to see is it'll turn one into a whole bunch. Here comes the shot. Nope. Doesn't seem to work. Why is it?
It's just making them smaller.
Why is it creating? Oh, wait. I know why. We're getting a raid, Campbell. Hey! Defend the Raiders! Full Stack Live says, make me a sandwich. Thanks for that raid, Full Stack Live. I appreciate that. Kids, we are working in Unity and C#, and we're writing code. This is my son Campbell over here. My name is Mark. We do KidzCode every weekend, and that's what we're
Saturday at 10 Pacific time? We're Pacific,
No, I think
right?
it's 10 Central, which means it is 9 o'clock Pacific time, 12 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah.
And I think like 14 or 16 GMT, I think. Hey there, Party of 8. Welcome. Full Stack Live says, well, I actually said sudo make me a sandwich. So you have to. I have to make a sandwich for Full Stack Live. Well, I guess if we're going to make any kind of sandwich, what kind of food? What kind of food? I guess we need some butter, right? Oh, wait. Snoopy just got here. What kind of sandwich? Watch out.
Why are you dropping Legos on us?
I just stepped on one. They really hurt. All right, Mr. Smoothie's here. Welcome, Smoothie. I was just going to say, if we're going to make a sandwich, we need some butter. There's some butter. Oh, okay. Roller says, Full Stack Live, are you sure you typed the password correct? We don't know. All right, what are we doing? We're looking at... Oh, we're going to test this. Oh, I know why it's not working, because look what we're doing. Num blocks per side is 2, but we're creating only 1 block. Do you see this, Campbell?
So we have to...
These 2 lines of code that instantiate and scale, we need to do this how many times?
Well, 4 times.
Is it 4?
However many we want, right?
Well, I have num blocks per side is 2.
Oh, so 2.
How many dimensions are we in?
3.
Okay, so it's going to be, I need a for loop here, right? And I'm going to say the upper bound is going to be, I'm going to use something called math.pow to go to raise to a power. And my x is going to be num blocks per side. And my y, the power, is going to be 3 because I'm in 3 dimensions. And inside that for loop, I'm going to create one of those. So what that means, Campbell, is if num blocks per side is 2, we're going to create 8 blocks. If num blocks per side is 3, we're going to create 27 blocks.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's try now.
Wait,
Here.
we're going to, I think, get however many, we're going to get 9.
Then we're going to get 8 blocks.
No, because remember
Boom.
we still have we can't count them, but I'm pretty sure we have 8.
Do you think we got 9 or do you think we have 8?
No, I think we have 9.
What happens if I hit another small one though?
I'm almost positive of it.
Are they getting smaller if I hit a...
I don't think so.
Ah, I fell off. You got to put a border on that back wall there.
We do. We really do.
All right. 1,
try hitting it like twice, like really quickly.
It doesn't look like I'm getting any smaller blocks, but look what happens. I am getting many more. That's so
Yeah.
interesting. So the scale is not kind of what I want. I think I want to say local scale is equal to, what if we did this? Local scale dot x times scale. Let's maybe just create a new local for this one right here. So we're going to call this our local
Scale.
I guess I'll call it local scale. And I'm just setting it to the X because I assume that the X, Y, and Z are all the same. So that code makes that assumption. And I'm going to multiply it by each one of these. And I think what happens is each successive hit is going to create many more smaller particles.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I think it'll do. And it's kind of like we're building that game, the Asteroids game right now.
It is. It's a lot like that because we can rotate it. And in that game, they were rotated.
Let's see what happens. Boom. Look at them get smaller. Is that
Will
awesome
they do
or
that
what?
every time?
Huh? Yeah, each time it's going to make smaller ones.
Oh, but maybe I think that eventually we won't be able to hit them. The missiles will just go right over.
Yeah, I think we're there at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, you can only hit it twice, and then
It's kind of cool. Okay, I got to get back up. I died.
No.
Okay. So that's not bad, although it's not looking like it's exploding to me. Full Stack Live says, first family coding stream I watch, and it's inspiring. Thanks so much, Full Stack Live. Appreciate that. Why not add the expression to the variable and only pass a single variable to vector 3? Oh, thanks, Garbled Knowledge. I didn't know I could do that. That's why I bet, right? I bet we can just do this with one. Will it take just one? No, it doesn't look like it. It's gonna take, it needs to have all three. Oh, but I think what you're saying is this though. Hold on. Where's new particle? New particle's in instantiate. The game object's local scale is already known.
Can you make a vector too?
I'm going to do this. I think I know what Garbled Knowledge is suggesting here. I'm going to come in here and get the game object's local scale. There. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to say local scale, but I'm going to say it's equal to the scale we calculate up there times this. Then I'm going to use local scale only here, here, and here. There, there, and there. This is what I think Garbled Knowledge is getting at. And what that gives me is it gives me something that is simpler and easier to read. In fact, to be fair, this, I could create a new local for this. And I'm going to call this the scale vector. Like that. But instead of putting it in my for loop, I'll put it right up here. So now I've got my scale vector, and now I'm just assigning it right there every time. And I think that's going to work just the same. The thing that's weird, though, is I'm not seeing them explode like I was expecting them to be.
Really? I was. I'm pretty sure.
They kind of exploded sideways, but they didn't really explode upwards. The other thing, too, is didn't we say that we wanted these to not behave with gravity? How do we turn off gravity on a game object? Do you know, Campbell?
Well, if it's a game object we make, I have no idea. But wait, these are just mini prototype blocks, right?
Yeah, they're blocks of the prototype. So what we can do, look at this. We can go to the prototype block. We can ask for a specific component.
Yeah, look.
Use gravity is in rigid body.
Yes.
So what we can do is this, is we can say, hey, get component, rigid body, like that. Let's declare a local for that. I think I'm going to call it rigid body, like that. Rigid body. Is this going to work? Is there a get component? I wonder if there's a get component of T. Oh, it looks like there is. So this means I'm looking for the rigid body itself. What does it need? I bet it has no arguments. Sweet. Better. Okay. So then we're going to call this a rigid body. And now, Campbell, we're going to get what? Use gravity and say set it equal to false.
Yeah.
Let's try that and see what happens when we attack them. Nice. I love it. Much better. Much
Whoa, you got
better.
them really tiny.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, because they're floating, so you can hit them.
Look at that. Okay, I'm going a
Oh,
little
this
crazy.
I love.
Isn't that gorgeous? Now let's try not to fall off the edge of this.
Oh yeah. The other thing I wanted to say was, oh right. With the rotating, it makes it very easy to fall off the edge.
Yes, I agree. We need to fix that, don't we?
So that either it's less like sensitive, or we just go side to side.
Yeah, we need to fix control. The control's not great. But holy cow, is that fun or what?
It's so fun.
Okay, I also think I kind of want to boost. Like I've got jump, but I kind of want to hit the forward button to give it a boost. Do you know what I mean? Also, the other thing that's happening is when we hit the walls, there's this bounce that's totally messing with our spin,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Is it, Campbell, I'm wondering, do you think it's time for...
Show me something cool.
Why not?
You think it's time for show me something cool?
Sure.
Good. What you got, Campbell? You want to show me?
Sure. Okay. So, last time, I think I mentioned this, but it was really quickly and I didn't go too into depth of it. But, Dad, or Mark, as you might know him, has, had his show me something cool as,
Look what Mom said. Can't wait till we solve gravity.
as, if you control and then drag,
Yeah.
you can snap to the grid.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, but what I'm adding on to that by saying if you click edit and then grid and snap settings, you can make the scale bigger or smaller so that when you snap to the grid, you can go like boom, 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 or like boom, 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 or like boom,
So,
boom, boom.
Can we
So
see
you
an example of
change
that?
this to like maybe 5.
Okay.
Enter and enter. And now if we control click, boom, boom. Wait, it's not working. Wait a minute. Oh wait,
That's for scaling, for size.
I'll change this back to 1. Wrong thing.
Okay. got
Up
it.
here, you can change it to 5.
Okay. Cool. What's that?
And now control.
I wonder
And
if
you can see these squares, they got bigger. So ready?
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
No, my control drag's not working.
Are you sure? I don't know if it's...
No? Not, it doesn't feel like it.
Then let's look in a grid and settings.
Let's make this. Look, we can see the grid's getting bigger, the grid getting bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
Let's make it bigger. So
Wait,
that-
no, I think I see where the problem is. You're looking at the world grid right here.
Yes.
Okay? That changes the size of the grid. But look at increment snap.
Yes. Oh.
See the move? Change that
That's
to a
it.
5. Good.
Wait, I should
And
probably
change that to a
change
5
that.
too. Sure, why not? Or 1, whatever.
Yeah, I just want to make it because that might affect something else.
All right, so let's try it.
Yeah.
Better?
Yep. It works.
Nice.
So now if you want to move it like by a lot really quickly, you can just do that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
So
That's
yeah.
cool.
What's yours, Dad?
Okay, I said this to Campbell earlier. I said I'm going to win today. This is the day where I finally get to win. Let's switch back over to my machine. Here it is, buddy. You ready for this? This is so cool. It blew my mind when I did this morning. I right click here and I'm going to say add a video player. It just sticks something out here in space. I don't care about that. I come over here for video clip. I've already got one I loaded in here called the purple pink wormhole. We're going to take that and then I want to say render mode. I'm going to say camera far plane and then which camera I'm going to choose in our scene, the main camera. And are you ready for this, buddy? I like this cool thing, Campbell. Clever, says Mom. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Whoa.
Is that awesome or what?
Okay, we need to keep that in the game.
Is that awesome?
Now it's amazing.
This movie's like, whoa.
That looks okay. Wait, how did?
Looks like I'm kind of stuck here, though. What happened? I'm stuck. And then
You
we
have
just
to
stopped.
rotate yourself. Uh-oh, you're falling into the purple pink wormhole.
It's weird that it stopped. Oh, you know what? Wait, there's an option to loop. Where's the option to loop? There's the loop option right there. We want to loop it.
Okay,
One
wait.
more time.
So it's create video player.
Yeah, and then you've got to get something in.
Yeah.
Before the show, I added this video.
So wait, how would you add it? Would you do create?
Yeah,
Here.
let me show you how I added it. Right down here, I right-clicked and said create, I think. How did I get it in here? This is it right here. It must be create.
I think it is create. Is it
Oh, no, wait. No.
playables? No.
How did I figure this out? I don't remember how I did it. I just did it moments ago to get this thing to work.
Material render texture.
Oh, wait, it wasn't create. Import new asset. That's what I chose. Import new asset, and then I found, like, here's this one, white wormhole loop. I'll grab that loop video. And so
Can
now
you do
I've-
it with anything?
Anything. So now
Anything.
any video you want can now play in the background. So now I've got that there. Let's go back to my video player and choose that one instead. Right? It's looping because of this right here. I forgot to set that. And run that. And now check out our game. This might be a little bit too fast for Twitch and for my upload speed. How are we
Whoa.
doing? Hopefully you're seeing this smoothly. I got to get your code in here, Campbell, that you made. Anyway, is that cool or what? Is that like over the top fun?
Uh-huh. I like that.
Especially when these things start losing gravity and going all over the place. Yeah.
It is. I would say this one is a little distracting, so you might want to do the purple pink one.
You like
but
the other one better?
Yeah.
All right. We'll switch back to it. Yeah, but kind of cool. That's a show me something cool.
That's a show me something cool for sure.
Yeah, I'm probably never going to get that cool ever again. That's probably the end of it for cool.
Yeah, like
one
this
looks-
one's kind of slow.
Yeah,
Or
you're right.
slower.
I like it, and this one's way better. Gotta fix that bounce. What do you want to do next, Campbell? We got a couple minutes. What do you want to do?
Do you want to?
We're dying, Campbell. We're dying. There it goes. Oh no, we're gonna die. Okay. Yeah.
You
isn't
know
that
what
cool?
would be fun
What?
is if we made it so that no, we might not want to do this turn or this show, but if we have it with that like purple pink wormhole, we could
Yep.
make it so that once you fall off the edge at the end,
Yeah. Have it suck the particles that have blown up into the center of the wormhole. I like it. Also, Smoofy says, I think when the bullet strikes a box and it explodes, the bullet should disappear.
that's true.
Sure, we can do either one of those. Right? There's
we
a
could
lot
do
of
both
fun.
of them.
What'd you say?
We could do both of them.
Yeah, we could actually. We need to have a kind of a source of gravity for these. And I'm not sure how to do that in Unity. What the best way to do it is. I know that we can create and add forces. So we can create a force that pulls in that direction. And then once it gets far enough away from us, we could make it disappear.
We could also make it so that as soon as the blocks are created, or wait a minute.
Yes, Campbell.
I'm gonna disappear for a second.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Do my thing? Okay. All right. Let's figure out what we're going to do. What my thing is going to be while you disappear. I think I'm going to have them pull, is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get close to it. Let's first check to see if I can create a unity gravitational force. Like a selective gravitational force. How to add gravity to an object? Is this really what I want? I want to pull in a special direction.
No, Dad, you can just make it so that as soon as we create them, we wait a few seconds and then add a force in a certain direction.
Yeah, no, I can kind of add it. I don't have to wait. I can just add the force, and then it'll, because if I'm always adding the force to it, it will go in that particular direction. What's going on here? One object moved towards a point, and if the object gets close, then you can change the target that moves towards it. Pseudo example. If vector distance is less than, oh cool, there's a vector.distance function. Do you see that right there, Campbell? We can use that if we're ever needing to calculate the distance, right? Where we just say, we pass in two different positions, and it tells us the distance between the two.
What? Wait, sorry, I was...
I'm learning that there's a distance method on vector 3, where we can pass it two different positions, and it'll tell us what the distance is between those 2 points are. So we don't have to calculate using Pythagorean's theorem the distance between 2 points. It'll tell us the distance between the 2 points, no matter where they are in space, in three-dimensional space. So I'm just noticing that we can call vector 3.distance and pass in two different positions. Okay? Now, move towards. Oh, look at this. Vector 3 move towards.
Whoa!
But wait, I don't think we really want to move towards. I want to force towards. Is what I want to do. I want to apply a force towards a directional.
Oh, no! Campbell's a genius. So,
look at this.
listen to my idea.
Look at this. This is how they get the delta. This is how we get the delta, so it'll always move towards that spot.
Yeah, wait, but what if we, my idea is what if we make it move towards a certain object and then use the camera follow script and then so that it's always, or we could just parent or make it a descendant of the player so that whatever direction you're facing, it goes in that direction away.
Oh, I see.
Or something like that.
The camera never changes its angle, as I recall. Camera's always facing this way.
Yeah, I know. But
So we never...
Yeah, but what if we use that same script for... Here, can you... Look. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. So what if we use the camera follow script? Here, let's look at this script in here, Visual Studio. So it basically makes it so that the camera is always a certain distance from the player.
Right, and do you want to tell me what you want? Do you want the blocks to all like go to a gravitational point that's always ahead of us? Like
This is what I want to do. I want to create an empty or a cube or anything, and we can just make it invisible.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, let's do that. Delete. We could make a 3D object, capsule, anything, and then we could use that move towards code that you found, and we could make this capsule per se like both invisible and really far ahead of us.
Right. That's the point in space.
Yes. And then we
have these move towards it.
Yeah, we have it move towards this.
I don't think I want to call move towards. I want to call add force like we're seeing here, but it'll still make it move towards it.
But listen, Dad. Then every time the blocks are the blocks are created, they'll go towards this place. And then what we can do is, I'm pretty sure we can do this. Wait. Look. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, wait. Was it? I'm confused.
Yeah, the sphere that's already inside player is the part of that nose cone.
Oh, yeah. So, wait.
Yes, I'm with you 100%.
You're with me. Now, whenever we rotate, this will like spin around us, basically.
But it'll always be in front of us.
Yes.
Yes, I totally agree. But
And then- but that will look
we don't
cool.
want to do that actually.
But
we
no,
want to do it
but
relative
listen.
to the camera.
Yeah, but also that would be cool if, because then the blocks are always going away from us.
Kind of. When we rotate, the blocks will all try to spin around with us. Like
Yeah,
in this
and-
gravitational orbit around that item we're spinning.
Are you saying that that won't look cool?
I'm saying it might be hard to see if we're rotating fast because they'll be trying to cut across. They'll be trying to cut diagonally across, and they might be in these weird kind of orbits. We can certainly do that, right? But what I'm thinking is if we want to make it seem like they're going through the hole, instead of parenting into the player, I love the parenting idea, right? The parenting idea is great. We
my
parent
other
it to the main
idea-
camera, and so it's always in front of the camera.
Oh, I guess, yeah, we could do that, but I was also thinking we could drag the camera script to the capsule, but that works too, and it's less, or no, it's not less work. Well, I guess we would have to rename it.
Yeah, I think we drop it inside the main camera. I think your idea is brilliant, right? We just
Okay.
do that. That's
So?
what we do. And so it'll always be way up in front of the camera. And then we check to see as we get close to it. If we're close enough, then we make it disappear. What do you think about
Why?
that? So that we just don't have thousands and thousands of blocks all in orbit around it
Oh, yeah.
as the game goes on.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
Okay,
All right,
wait, I'm gonna...
we'll switch back to my machine, and I'll do as instructed. Yes or no?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Back over here, we're going to use add force. I'm going to pass in the position we want to go to, which will be the position of the object that we're about to drop on here, minus our current position. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or not, but I might throw that in there as well.
Oh,
Okay.
could you send me that piece of code on Skype
You
so
bet.
that I can use that?
You bet, you bet, you bet. I think it's really just this line right here, which is kind of interesting. And I'll send that to you over Skype right now so you can have that as well. Okay? All right. So we'll do what Campbell said. We're going to create a new object here. I'm wondering if I can get away with it, create an empty object.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, it's got to transform. That's really all I need.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but I just thought it might be easier if we did
So
it.
I'm going to call this the black hole, like as a gravitational point or something like that. Maybe gravitational.
No! Wait a minute.
Wait, what's going on, Campbell?
It would look really cool if we made it look like a black hole, but yeah, that's another time.
We could do that, and we would do this as a sphere then instead.
Yeah,
Can we do that
or
instead?
a cylinder.
Let's do that. Hold on. I'm going to delete that. Let's create a 3D object. I'm going to make it a sphere.
Okay.
I'm going to create a new material. There it is right there. This is going to be my black hole material. Like that. I'm going to make the size of my sphere. Where's my... Oh, that's my material. I got to drag
Ah,
it.
wait.
What?
Can't
Wait,
keep
what?
up with you.
Let's go here. Let's go get my scale.
Create
I
material.
wish there was a way to modify all three at once. I don't think there is. Anyway, let's make this 100, 100, 100. Like that. Drop that on there. Let's put this way out there. What's happening to Z? Z is getting bigger. So we'll make Z out here at about 2,000 maybe. Maybe 1,000. Like that. 2,000. Fine. We'll make its Y at about 500. Okay. That might work. And the X is about 0. Let's just run it and see what that looks like right there. See if we can see the sphere. I don't see the sphere at all. I think we got a problem with the positioning of it.
Uh-oh.
What do you think? Do I not have, am I something missing on my sphere?
Oh, maybe it's too high.
I've got a collider on it. Maybe I don't need a collider on it.
No, you don't.
You think maybe it's too high?
But it would, if we didn't destroy the blocks as soon as they got a certain distance from it, they would just like, what would happen is they would go through, and then they would come back, and then they would go through, and then they would just do that like forever until they were in the center.
Exactly. Garble Knowledge asks, will the sphere move as the background moves? No.
No, but the
But if
sphere
I
will
do
move
this,
as the camera moves.
if I drop it into camera, it will. Right, like that. So, but I need to see it in the camera, and I don't see it in the camera. So let's get it so we can see it here in the camera.
I think you have to make it a little lower.
I don't know where. I can't really tell.
Oh, wait, no, look. You have to make it a little to the side, to the right.
I don't think it's the problem is that it's not to the right. I think it's not close enough, maybe. Let me change this back to 1,000. There we go. All right, so let's get it so we can see it.
And you have to make it to the right a little bit, or left, to make it look just more in the center.
And let's look at the Z. Oh, look. It makes it disappear.
What does?
Look what's happening in the game view. See what's happening?
Yeah?
It's because it's too far away. So we'll do it right there. And let's just run the game now. You're clipping on the camera. Crank it up, says Jovi X. All right, so let's see what's happening.
This looks so cool.
What do you think about that? You like it?
I love it. And
Okay.
then we might want to make it look like just a little more like a black hole. But you know how when in the picture of the black hole, there was like the orange ring around it? I
Yes.
know, that's too hard.
We could do that too. We could do that by creating a video that had the effect we wanted around it and play the video. All right, so we've got this here. I think this has to do with how far away. The camera has a local minimum, local maximum on the near and far planes of the camera's frustum, says Joviex. Let's go look at the properties of the camera. Camera. Let's see anything for the frustum here. Clipping planes. Here we go. See the far? This was at 1,000. Once our sphere got to be over 1,000, see what's happening here? Look. As it goes to 1,000. Come on. There it is right there. See what happens?
Whoa, what happened?
Look at it disappear.
Because it went too far away. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. Right? Let's go back over to the camera. And if I change this far, just make it be 2,000. Now we see more of it in screen, and we go back to the sphere. We can say, let's make it go up to about 2,000, maybe about 1990. Now it's further away. Okay, like that. Does that make sense? What's happening? The camera has a property, Campbell, that tells me how far away are we going to clip. So what that does is if I've got objects too far away in a giant city, I just won't see those objects. It won't draw them until they get closer to the camera. Does that make sense?
We'll be like, no, you don't exist.
Yeah, that's what's happening. So it's inside the camera. Thanks so much, JoviX, for that. I appreciate that assistance.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to now move towards this. I think what I want to do... let's see. Yeah, thanks, Jovius. That's awesome. We need to... When we create... Let's go back to Visual Studio here. It's been modified outside the project. What is this?
Wait, you made the... Oh, right. In the camera, clipping... Clipping pane. What? My clipping... What? Oh, far.
Hold on, what's happening here?
2000.
This is... I can't tell which version of... I have... I'm seeing all of these Unity pieces here. And here's the blow-up plot. So this is where we were right here. What I need to do is I need these to now use like their own script. And I think I need to find out how to do that. So I know how to add gravity to an object, but now my question is, Unity, add a script. And then I'm going to write C# here too. How to add runtime is what I'm going to say. Because I want to do it I want to do it just as we runtime add remove script. This is what I want. Game object called add component. Look at that. We do this to add it. So let's create that script.
Whew.
So back over here, we're going to right click and say create script. And C# script, we're going to call this the, what do you want to call it, Campbell?
Oh, wait, sorry. What are we creating this script
This is the
for?
script for the floating objects that are going to float up, get pulled up into the black hole. I'm thinking like floating behavior. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want to call it? Do you have a better name?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
All right, we'll start with floating behavior. And let's go, let's see, we want to have a fixed update method. That's where we're going to do our gravitational pieces. I need to get a transform here. I need to get like a public transform property of type, we'll call this the black hole. Like that. Let's save this for a second. Do I have the ability? There it is right there. There's the black hole property. I want to grab this sphere. Let me rename this the black hole. And then let's see if I can drag that from there. Whoops. Let's go get our script again. Where was it? It was our floating behavior. I want to see if I can hook this up right now, just like this, so it's always hooked up. Nope. I can't. Select transform. I really can't drag this across. Okay, might have to assign this at runtime. Yeah, floating behavior. Jeez, I should single click on it. Yeah, I want to grab from here and drag it across. It is not allowing that to drop in there. Okay. This might be harder just to hook these pieces up. This is the floating behavior. The black hole is there. Where's the missile behavior? Here it is here, missile behavior. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my black hole here, and I'm going to create a property here. Did you say wait?
Yeah.
What do you
Can you
think?
send me the code for the making the blocks smaller and smaller?
Yes, I can. It's called blow up block and on collision enter. I'm just going to give you both of these methods here. That's what goes inside my missile behavior.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you those right now.
Oh wait, we were creating. Oh, okay.
But I'm making more changes to it. I'm adding a new property called black hole to missile behavior. Now, back over in Unity, in missile behavior, that's on my missile prototype. Black hole. Now can I drag this across? Yes. Sweet. Okay. So now the missile behavior has the transform. It has the black hole in it. Okay. Now what I want to do, let's go back over into the code. And I want to, now that I've got my new particle here, I want to say new particle dot, I think it's add component. And then, wait, is that what I wanted to do? Is that the right code? It's taking a string here. Oh, dot game object. New particle is the game object, so add component. It's only got two parameters here, but they're not ones that take a string.
Wait. Sorry, can you? It feels like you're a little bit.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah. You're not doing too much, but you are.
It's not making sense.
Yeah, and you're doing it a lot one time.
Jovia says you can't use scene objects as defaults on prefabs. Okay.
So can we slow down?
So what's going on? Campbell, thank you so
Yes.
much. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to add the script floating behavior, this script, to the new particle by calling add component. I'm basing it on what looks like this line of code here. Game object, add component, and then just adding this script. But that's not working for me. I can't add the component passing in the name of something because that doesn't, it's giving me an error here. Adds a component class name to the object. Wait, here there's a string. They say it's obsolete. Game object with a string argument has been deprecated. Use game object add component of T instead. And the type is there something called a scriptable? I wonder if, since these are all descending from mono behavior, I can do that and then specify the name. Nope. Then maybe it's just the type of the piece itself, floating behavior. Will that work? That might work. So what I'm trying to do here, Campbell, is I'm trying to add floating behavior to every new particle I create.
Yeah.
Because I'm creating them dynamically at runtime, I can't drag the script onto it.
Wait, why are we creating new particles?
Because when we blow it up, we're creating all the particles. That's what all floats. Those are what I'm calling particles.
Yeah. Okay.
Add component, oddly enough, returns a component, says garbled knowledge. So I think that's going to create a new instance of floating behavior and add it to particle. Unless you use the generic override. So let's
Oopsies.
try that. What are you saying, Campbell?
Sorry, I accidentally hit close up.
All right, so this line of code here, I think, is going to add the floating behavior to the particle. The floating behavior to the particle. The other thing we want to do we need to know where the black hole is in this spot right here. So if this is going to now create a new declare local, that's going to create a new floating behavior, which I'm going to call floating behavior. That's a new instance of our logic over here. And it's got a property called black hole. I'm going to say, hey, floating behavior of a black hole, you're equal to this black hole. So I'm going to set the black hole and pass it to it so it knows where to go. Now that I've done that...
Wait, why are we putting this in missile behavior?
Why are we doing what?
Why are we putting this in missile behavior?
Oh, because the missile blows it up. We don't need to have them the blocks start sucking into the hole until they've been blown up.
Well, then I think we should give this a better name, because missile behavior, I think you would think that it is.
I agree with you. Missile behavior is for the missile, but it does blow up the block. We have a method called blow up block.
Visual Studio is not working.
Let me switch to your machine. What's happening?
It's just, I tried.
Is it slow?
It's just, I tried to open another script and then this happened and then.
It looks like it's just, so those two X's in the upper right, you can get rid of those. Looks like it's slow to come up. You've got Solution Explorer on the side. If you open that up, the Solution Explorer, sorry, when I say open it up, what I mean is put the mouse over the line on the left of it, that vertical line, and drag it to the left. No, to the left of that.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you get more space so you can see more what's going on here. And then scroll all the way down to the bottom of Solution Explorer. Interesting. So I'm just looking for the files from here. I don't see them. Switch back over to Unity. And double click on any of the scripts down here and see if they open them up.
It's opening this one up. Oh yeah. Okay, that worked.
It worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Missile behavior.
All right, cool.
Wait. Can you walk me through the next code?
Yeah,
Or
what do you want to do?
For the rest
This
of
really
it?
says, I think you should have given your old hat to your dad, Campbell. That would have been a cool stream feature. Your dad gets a new one. New hat every
Yeah.
time you do. Of course, I get an old hat every time you get a new one.
I want to open the other script.
Tell me what you want to do. Can I want to see if I can get this to work on my side. Is that okay if I think I have a couple more lines to do and I'm
Okay.
done? Is that cool?
Yep.
I don't know if it's going to work or not, but if it doesn't, that's all right. We can think about it for next time. And then I'll help you with whatever you want to do. Is that cool?
All right. I just
right.
want to get up to date with all of your code.
I will, as soon as I get it working, I'll give it to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So one of the things you were talking about is getting a better name in here.
For the script, I mean.
Yeah, I want to actually start by doing this. I want to extract this into its own method. So we'll come in here, we'll say extract method, and we're going to say, call this create particle. Like that. And so we've got create particle in here. This, I think, if this is working like I think it is, this is going to add the floating behavior script, which we haven't done anything with, to the particle that we're creating. So it's kind of okay. Missile behavior, I think, is okay. Having a blow up block and a create particle methods inside of it.
Okay.
So I think that's okay. Let's see. Sex Positive says, I've been trying to get Mark Miller to wear a hat for a decade. And I was wearing
Wait,
a hat.
where did you put those? You just put them right
These-
after up.
Yeah, these methods can go anywhere. This from here to here can go anywhere inside missile behavior. This can go anywhere inside of them.
Control
Yeah.
S.
So anyway, I don't know. I think I wore a hat this last week. I think you're fine. Okay, there's create particle. Now we need to do missile behavior. So in fixed update, we want to do a line of code similar to the one we saw here, I believe. Body is game object get component rigid body. Ooh, I like this line of code, Campbell. Look at this.
What is it?
See this line of code? This is in the start method. So I am going to throw this here, and I'm going to hit the coder's key here to declare body. Uh-oh. Oh no. Task cancel exception has been encountered. Hold on a second. We are dog fooding a product called CodeRush, and I want to report the issue just in case. Devs, we just saw this come up right here, these two error messages here. I'm going to copy the stack trace here, copy that to the file. I'm not sure if this is CodeRush or not, but I want you to look at the log files and see what we can find here. Let me open up those log files. I've got that, and let me finish reporting this issue. And we're going to call this stability issue. And we'll have the devs take a look at that. So I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah, I actually hiked, wore a hat. Yeah, wasn't on this week. We were taking a vacation. Let me just save all this. I did not shut down, but I guess I will do that. Close that down, Visual Studio. We'll restart it up again from Unity. That's in the floating behavior. Come back over here. That worked. Same problem again. Interesting. This is a rigid body. I'm going to declare it right here. Just going to do it by hand. rigid body, call it body. So what I think is going to happen, Campbell, is when this script is first attached, the start method will be called, and it'll get the body, is what I think. And then in fixed update, we can do this other bit of code that we saw, which is right here, body.addForce. And we're going to, instead of getting hit colliders, I don't care about it or know about that, I'm going to grab the black hole. And I'm going to say the black hole's position minus our transform position multiplied by speed, whatever speed is. And maybe we'll come in here and we'll say, let's create a new constant. So yes, Campbell, what?
Here, wait.
Let's make speed 10. Let's just see if it works. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
So on my screen, I tried to use your code, but math isn't working.
It's suggesting to use system right there. See where it says at the top, right underneath the mouse, says using system? Try that. And see if that works.
Oh, that worked.
Nice. Do you want to try it and see if it works on your side?
Sure. Control S.
Get it running. Let me know. We'll switch back to you in a second. By the way, I loved how you switched to your machine like that. Good job doing that. All right, let's run this on my side too, and we'll see if this is working. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but it would be cool. Whoa! You see this, Campbell?
Oh, I love it.
Now we just gotta, it's going to create a whole bunch around that space. Oh, I love it. We just got to drop that force down a bit.
Oh, yes. I love it so much.
Is that cool or what?
This is the best.
Yeah, it looks
thing
really
ever.
cool. All right, let's drop the speed down so it goes in much slower.
All thanks to your show me something cool.
I think I'm just going to make the speed 1. The force seems accurate. It's space, says Garbled Knowledge. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Nice. Look at that. The other thing that's cool is if we wanted to get rid of the...
oopsies. I forgot to drag the missile behavior script onto the missile. And I was like, why isn't it working?
Oh. If we wanted... Look at this, Camel. Isn't this gorgeous? Are you...
Yeah, I'm watching. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it's so cool. What was I going to say? If we wanted... Oh, we wanted to get rid of that ball that it's all going to. We could totally do that as well. Okay.
No, I like it. Oh, and then we also have to add the ring around it. But we just have to find that video. And then apply it. Nope, it's still not working for some reason. My script.
All right, sorry, I'm totally entranced by the visuals here. I think they're pretty cool. Let's switch to your screen. Tell me what's happening.
Look. The missiles, when they collide, they're just not doing... They're just bouncing off, I guess. Like, look, ready? Oh, I applied it to rotated missile. Is that the right one?
I don't think so. Let me check. Well, no, it's missile prototype. I don't have anything called rotated missile. Oh, no, I do. I have right below it. Missile prototype has the missile behavior.
Missile prototype.
All this awesomeness came as a direct result of me suggesting that you be able to shoot missiles. I fully accept all the credit for how good this looks now. Cool. What was that?
Yes.
You made a different sound. This is me. Of course, Sterling. You get it. This is Campbell.
I don't think it's all the credit.
Not all the credit. Campbell gets some of it.
We all get some of it.
All right, we're all going to get some credit, everybody. We're doing a good job. I love that now. It looks so cool.
It
Doesn't
does. It really does.
All right, you're trying it now. We're going to see if you don't have a black hole yet.
I have one, but it's not sucking it up.
Do you have it inside of the main camera?
Yes!
All right.
Oh, my machine's just like being
It's
torn apart
going
by
to-
just this one block.
Yeah, okay. So we need to clean things up,
Whew!
right? And my Ultra Muse status says X positive. Okay, we're in a not bad place though.
We're in a not bad place at all. Can you actually resend me the code for it being sucked up into the black hole?
I absolutely can do that. So
And
we've got
everything.
floating behavior, which is a new script right here. So I'm just going to select the whole
Oh
file.
no. I think I'm.
You
Here,
think you're
look.
crashed?
Look at my screen.
Yeah. Can you
just-
unpause it? I mean,
I tried. I hit it before.
Guess what? There's a new computer going to be at your desk next week, I think.
Yeah.
So we won't know about these problems on slow machines anymore.
Oh my god, this is not great.
So let's do this. We'll end the show. Is that cool?
Okay, and then while during the week we can update my code.
We'll update your
So that
code.
it works on both
Next weekend we'll be
machines.
back doing more fun stuff. Hopefully some cool stuff then. Hopefully we'll have a new machine for Campbell.
So
What do you think? Do you agree, Campbell? Is there anything else we want to talk about?
no. Oh, do we want to really quickly make it so that instead of rotating, we go side to side? Because that shouldn't take too long.
All right. You want to do it on my machine? Talk me through it on my machine.
I know my Visual Studio is not working. Yeah. Here, I'll talk you through it on your machine.
All right.
So go to player properties, I think is the script.
So I'm going to click on my player.
No. Player properties in Visual Studio.
Oh, the script.
Yes.
And what do you think we want to do here?
So
I got an update. This is where I jump left and right.
yes.
Oh, I know. I think what we're doing.
We want to change it from add torque to add force.
Okay, hold on. Where is that? Can't turn right. Add torque right here.
Yeah, you can also do
Okay.
Control F.
So I'm going to comment these lines of code out.
No, wait, we can just change it to add force.
I'm just going to, just because I want to kind of keep it here, add force. And wasn't there a transform dot right times,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can still use sideways torque, I suppose. And then
No,
this,
you can't, because sideways torque wasn't a variable, I think. Oh, wait, no, it was.
it is, I'm pretty sure it is here.
Yeah, we don't have to make it easy to read, but if we want to, we would have to change a bunch of things.
Change the name of this at least
Yeah.
for sideways torque to something else. Let's go ahead and do it right now. We'll say that's sideways move force, and I'll just create something new. So we'll do that.
Or we could just change the name of the variable.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep the torque just in case I want to go back to it, play with that a little bit. Sometimes I do that, Campbell. I'm going to duplicate this. We'll go sideways move
Okay,
force.
Unity's being weird.
I'll make it 10 for now.
Look at my screen. My Unity was just so full that this popped up. Oh. Now let's check in on this. It's just I can't even open Unity now.
That's why developers need high-end machines so they
Definitely.
can, work on things, when they make mistakes, it doesn't cost them time. And then later develop to make them run fast on slower machines.
Yep.
No fix available. Please report a bug. You don't have to report that bug.
Yeah, it's not a bug.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, we knew what was going on. All right. So now I've got this. Let me run it and see what happens
Dad.
as I move left and right.
Nope.
Still spinning. Wait, what's going on? Did I not save it?
I
Didn't even
feel
seem to
like you
take that
did.
change. It's saved. Add force.
Maybe is there more?
I wanted to make one of these negative, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to do. Oh wait, no, you have to assign, I think, the sideways move force to something in Unity. Is it a public variable? Because it might have automatically set it to 0.
Yeah, Garbled Knowledge is saying, hey, right before you mentioned the missiles blowing up, I mentioned the object getting stuck in a black hole in the background. Nice teamwork. He truly misunderstood that the machine needs to be better to cope with the demands of the development environment. So it says we might just make this into an awesome little game. Yeah, you never know what's going on, but it seems fun so far. Although I don't understand why the add force isn't working here. Transform right.
So I just closed down Unity because it wasn't working. So now I'm reopening it.
Let me try this again. Let me just see what's going on. Let me look carefully at this. Nope, it's definitely spinning me still. Why is that?
Why? That's a nice question. Oh, this is so cool.
That's so cool. Isn't that gorgeous? We don't have the blocks disappearing yet. We need to clean that up so when the
Yeah.
blocks get close. Because right now they're just in orbit around it. And there's
Oh
some
my
tiny little
god, that
particles.
looks so cool.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, I really like that. Why am I still spinning? I don't understand that.
I
Player,
am not sure. I think it's because no.
I've got player properties, the script. Double clicking on player properties script.
No, wait, Dad. Go back to Unity. And go back to player.
Oh, look at this. It's using the old code. Do you see this?
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe the wrong script?
It's like it's an update problem. I'm making a change. What's interesting is when I make a change, this is not.
The asterisk isn't.
The asterisk isn't occurring in there. That's really weird. I'm going to close it down and reopen it up. I feel like it's a synchronization issue between the two. Starting up Visual Studio. Ooh, nice. Garbled Knowledge has got a great suggestion, maybe for next time. Garbled Knowledge says, I wonder if we can add a change in the plane when you jump, have an effect in the background lowering. So it looks like the background lowers as we jump and go up. All right, look at this. Our add forces, the changes did not get saved. That's not good.
But why?
I don't know, but we're going to fix this here. We're going to do the same code right here. What is it? Transform dot right times sideways. I'm going to call this force, like that. And then I'm going to do another one here. And I'm going to multiply it by negative. I'm not sure which one goes what. Whether I need to switch negatives and positives. Call this sideways force. I just want this piece right here of it. Sideways force will make it equal to 10. All right, sideways force. Do we see it updating? Yes, it's updated. So that's cool. Do you see this right here, Campbell?
Yeah.
That's updated. Okay. So now, let's run it. It's not moving very much.
Yeah, you just have to change.
Because I'm only doing it once, right?
Yeah.
It's like such the smallest amount, I think. So sideways force.
You have to assign that to something bigger in Unity.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just do that. So we're gonna go grab the player. Where are we? Player. Sideways force. I'm gonna invert this. I'm gonna make it be negative 400.
Whoa,
And run it because it was barely doing anything.
that's true. This might be a
There we
lot
go.
though. Oh, this is great.
Oh, the problem is though.
Oh yeah, you have to stop rotation, freeze
All right,
rotation
let's fix
on the
that.
y-axis too. But that's not that much.
Maybe a little bit too much. Let's make it maybe 100. And what is it? Freeze rotation on the Y. So there's no rotation at all. Now if I hit the wall, boom, nice.
Uh-oh, now you're just going to go boom, bum, 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 bum.
All right. I got this.
You're moving like almost
I'm
faster
moving
than
so
the missiles.
fast. Wait.
You're going ahead of the missiles.
We've got to make the missile speed's got to be relative to
Higher.
mine. Wow. Missile
Look at
speed.
this. I think we need to make the track longer because that was fun.
Yeah. You want to keep going or do you want to? What do you want to do?
Let's just really quickly update the code on 9. Oh, I just got Unity back up.
Okay. Update the code on your side.
Yeah. And then I'd say that's a show.
That's a show? Well, you know what? If we're just going to update and say that's a show, let's just call it a show.
Okay.
We'll update it outside of this.
Then that's a show.
Garble Knowledge, great suggestion. Surly Dev as well. Thank you so much, guys. Folks for being with us today, watching us here, writing code for kids and anybody new to code. We're learning about C#. We're learning about Unity. My co-host Campbell over here is helping us out as well. Campbell, by the way, I want to say again, thanks so much when you said, "Hey, Dad, you're kind of like, all over the place."
Yeah.
Reel me in like that. That's what we
Okay.
need.
So let's start a raid. InstaFluff?
Yeah, let's go do a raid. Hopefully InstaFluff's
still
out there.
live.
InstaFluff's one of my favorite kids out there streaming right now. Let's see what we got. We'll see. No channels I'm following are actually streaming now. There seems to be some debate over who's actually the host and who's the co-host.
We're both co-hosts.
Yeah. Surly says Campbell's the host and I'm the co-host. All right, looks like nothing there. Let's go to the stream team here. See what do we got.
Stream team. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
I develop things. Messy Coder. Tim Poday. I'm not sure which one of these guys is, which one of these kids are going to be great. Let's just try Polarin up here. See
Okay.
what we can do. All right.
Goodbye. That was a really good show.
Oh, maybe not so kid friendly. Says Surly, you got a recommendation? Tim Baudet? Oh, not familiar with Polarin. Well, let's give it a shot. We'll see what happens. All right, good luck, everybody. There's the raid.